Hello, book lovers. Welcome to Must Love Books. Hello and welcome back to Must Love Books podcast. Today I am here with a special guest that you are all familiar with on the show, Shae Reads, my reading buddy from Australia. Hi, Shae. How are you?
Hi, Crystal. I'm good. Thank you so much for having me again.
I'm so happy to have you back. Today we are going to be talking about some holiday romances we have been reading just in time for the holiday season and for wrapping up season 2 of Must Love Books podcast.
Congratulations on finishing season 2. I'm honored to be in your season finale. I think we'll finish.
Yes. For last year, I didn't have much planned for a season finale, so I just kind of edited together a game night that the Something Smutty Book Club did. And so this time around, I'm just really excited to have an actual plan in place and honored to have you joining me once again, Shae.
Oh my goodness, of course. Literally anytime. I mean that. You let me know and I'll be here. I love talking to you so much.
I am always down. Like, we can keep this going as a regular thing on the pod. Just us, talking about what we're reading. Let's do it.
I think we should. And I hope that people like that. But last time we talked, I think we were saying that our third episode was going to be me coming to you.
Yes, yes. I'm still
Sorry for
waiting
the
for you to get
letdown.
tickets. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, wait, why is she still in Australia? So sorry about that. Maybe for episode,
Maybe, maybe.
we'll
At
see how we
least
go.
by like episode 10, right?
I know, maybe as a double digits. Wow, we'll
Yeah,
finally meet.
we'll make it happen.
I'm looking forward to that. But for now, we're just gonna have to be long distance besties.
Absolutely. So this is once again the season 2 finale of Must Love Books podcast. I will then be going on a little bit of a much needed break until returning with season 3 in February. That will be the week of Valentine's Day. Always a great time to dive into a romance book, I think.
That is the perfect time. I'm literally so sorry. You're not haven't even gone on break yet, but have you thought about how you're gonna launch season 3 for Valentine's Day?
I have absolutely nothing planned yet.
I'm just out here calling you out, like
Absolutely.
you haven't even gone on your holiday season break, and I'm just like, so what's your plan for 2026?
I do so much of my planning for like the first half of the podcast in the span of like 1 week. So it will
Mm.
be one busy week of scheduling, connecting with authors and book clubs and other podcasts for crossover
Yes.
episodes. So I'll have a very busy week after Christmas, but before February.
Okay, amazing. I will follow up. I want to know. I love Valentine's Day. I think it's such a special holiday, so I will be tuning in.
Absolutely. And in the meantime, during our off season, all of my listeners, you can check out Must Love Books podcast on Patreon. I will be uploading a bunch of new content over there. I have officially finally launched the Patreon just within the last few weeks. There will be all sorts of content on there, not just bookish content. I am also doing some Stranger Things reactions to watching the series for the first time. And I will also be leading a Dungeons and Dragons campaign with some bookish girlies, including some members of the Something Smutty Book Club over on the Patreon over there. And then, of course, just our standard behind the scenes content with the Something Smutty Book Club.
I love that. That sounds so good. See, you have so much going on already. You're like, I'm going on break, and then just list like a huge list of things that you'll be doing.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
I'm going on break, but I'm actually
I'm
releasing a
going
whole
on
bunch of
break.
stuff over here.
I'll be busier than ever. I'm sorry, I'm not educated enough to speak on Dungeons and Dragons, but can we talk about Stranger Things for just a second? I know we're doing
Yes.
holiday. Did you say that you're watching it for the first time?
Yeah, so I
Like,
started literally just a couple weeks ago. I started watching it all for the first time. I watched the first 4 seasons in probably 10 days.
damn. That's impressive.
Yes, and we just did the volume 1 of season 5, which I'll be recording the reaction podcast, I think this weekend, possibly.
Amazing. No spoilers because I've only seen 1.5 episodes of season 5, but it's good. It's very bingeable. So I do understand how you got through it so fast. It's very much like, I need to know what happens next, like immediately next episode. I'm loving it. I'm very stressed about the end though. I feel
Me
like they're going
too.
I feel like they're going to take it out on some of my favorite characters and I'm a bit worried.
Absolutely.
Okay. And now we can talk about like festive holiday things. So like I
Now that
feel
we're
like
worried about death.
now that we're all really stressed about what's going to happen on Stranger Things, we can lighten the mood a little bit and talk about some Christmas romances.
Absolutely. So Shay and I both read a few Christmas books together that we're going to talk about. And then I also listened to a few other audiobooks, and I saw you posting a couple different ones on
Love.
your Instagram, shae.reads. And so, yeah, we're just going to dive right in. The first holiday romance that I read this year was I'll Be Gone for Christmas by Georgia K. Boone.
Oh, I read Holiday Ever After first, but that was before we even talked about doing this
Hmm.
episode. I was already a third in, but then I read I'll Be Gone for Christmas second. So let's jump in with this one, I'll Be Gone for Christmas. What were your thoughts? Tell me.
I thought this book was so cute. First off, I am very much a if the cover's cute, I'm going to buy it type of book shopper.
Same.
And I thought the cover was adorable with it's like a split cover with each of the main characters kind of living their own lives and doing their own things. And they kind of had these like color coordination between the two halves of the cover. And I'm like, I didn't even know anything about the book. I just bought it based off the cover.
Yes, I'm a big cover girly. Like, I don't read the synopsis. I literally will just pick up a book. And I totally agree. I love this cover so much. I think it might be my favorite Christmas or festive romance cover that I've seen. You're so right with like the purples and the pinks. It's so much fun and it gives like it's giving best of both worlds because it's like got that small town vibe on the left and then that like big city holiday season on the right. I'm obsessed. So whoever did the cover design, well done.
I absolutely agree. So then the actual story, once I decided to sit down and read it after I bought it based on the cover, it says that it is for fans of The Holiday, which is a movie that I'm actually not huge on. Like, I get the vibes of The Holiday,
Yeah.
but I don't like that movie so much. I loved this book.
That's a very controversial opinion.
Sure it is. Like The Holiday is just not my favorite movie at all.
That's
Like it's
okay.
cute, but it's not one that I would rewatch every year.
You know what? I like actually will agree with you because I'm trying to think of the last time that I've seen it, and I think it was probably at least 10 years ago. Like, I don't have any hate for the holiday, but you're so right. I don't sit down and watch it every year. Like, it's not one of my repeat movies, but
Yeah, and I have
I
so
like
many
the
repeat movies.
say, what is your segue? What is your number one like rewatch movie for Christmas?
I don't think I could ever say just one. We seriously
Okay, give me a
watch,
couple.
we watch like 30 Christmas movies a year at least.
I
Okay,
love
at
that.
least 30. One that we just rewatched actually last night with the family was Noelle on Disney Plus with Anna
Hmm.
Kendrick and Bill Hader, and it is so cute. And there's a scene towards the end that always makes me a little teary-eyed. I love that movie so much.
Okay, thank you. I will add that to my list. I love Anna Kendrick, and I actually was searching Christmas movies last night, and it came up, but I've never seen it. So I will add that to my list. Thank you.
And we just watch it every year, sometimes more than once, because sometimes we like to put one that we've already watched on in the background while we're doing things,
Yeah,
baking, cleaning, whatever it is that we're doing, we'll just throw one on in the background. So we sometimes watch it more than once in a holiday season.
that's so cute. Okay, It's done. I'll definitely add that to my list and I'll watch it before Christmas and I'll message you.
Yeah, totally. I want to hear your thoughts because it's so cute. I love it. Her outfit and the way she like puts Christmas words into her normal vernacular, and it's so funny to me. Instead of saying like that's so cool, she says that's jolly, and it's just so cute.
I love that. I'm gonna start doing that. Just all year round, just be like super festive. And people will be like,
Exactly.
hey, it's March. What are you talking about?
There is another one, and this one, okay, I have to mention this one because it was actually mentioned in this first book, I'll Be Gone for
Yes,
Christmas. And I did text you about this
you
when
did.
I
I'm so
read
sorry.
it. So in the book, the one of the characters loves watching silly Christmas movies, and there is one that she specifically mentions that has a singing group and Tori Spelling in it, and one of the Maori twins who I absolutely loved growing up from their Tia Tamara show. And
Amazing.
that
I
movie is
haven't
called
seen
The Mistletones.
it. That's amazing. I'm Googling that right now.
Yes, they are a singing group competing to be able to perform at the mall on Christmas Eve. And it's just fun and lighthearted and cozy and low stakes. It's super cute and the music is great. It's
Oh
one
my
that
goodness.
we definitely watch every year.
This sounds so good. This sounds right up my alley. Okay, done. Where can I watch it? Disney Plus. Okay, look at me go. I've got two Christmas movies now to watch. I'm so excited.
I can always give you a list of Christmas movies.
Please, yes. I find that I just end up watching the same ones. I think my favorite one as an adult is The Happiest Season, which only came out a few years ago.
Yes.
That is
Yes.
that's my comfort Christmas movie. So since it's come out, I watch it like probably twice every festive season. It just has everything that I like. I love it.
Yeah, Kristen Stewart, Aubrey Plaza.
Like Dan Levy, like it's
Yes.
just the humor is so good, but then it also like hits you in the feels as well. I really really love that movie. So if anyone's listening and you haven't watched The Happiest Season, I highly recommend.
Yeah, The Happiest Season is a good one. And I have to say, and I think this is actually a pretty common opinion, is that Kristen Stewart should have ended up with Aubrey Plaza instead of the
um,
girlfriend who treated her horribly.
Yeah, I did think that's the way that it was going. And I do agree. I mean, I love a happy ending, don't get me wrong. And I understand there was a lot of character growth, but I think they have amazing chemistry. Like
They
when they were in the
do.
car
They had
and they
such
were
great
shopping,
chemistry.
I was like, wow.
And you know, speaking of Aubrey Plaza and Christmas, did you know that Aubrey Plaza has a couple of Christmas children's books?
Really?
Yes, it's called The Christmas Witch. There's two books in the series. They're super cute. She also
Oh,
dresses up like a Christmas witch on Christmas. She posted it on, I want to say Instagram at one time, and it's her like chasing her nieces and nephews around dressed up as a witch on Christmas. It's so funny.
that's also just very on brand for her.
It is.
And I love that. Oh, wow. I'm just looking at those books now. That looks amazing.
Yeah, they're
Again,
gorgeous, beautifully
totally,
illustrated.
yeah, just totally judging it by the cover, but that art is unreal.
Yeah, I love them so much. I bought them like the second that I heard that she was writing them, and I'm like, yep, here we go. So we do
Amazing.
read those for Christmas too with my
Wow.
kids, you know.
I said to you before, I always learn so much from you on these podcasts. I just like have a little notes app open and I just write everything down that you tell me. I'm like, educate me, Crystal, please.
I always have the Rex.
And I love that for us. We segued so hard.
We really did. We really did. So let's finish up. I'll be gone for Christmas.
Okay.
So in this book, we have B. Tyler and Clover Mills. These are two young women who are just not feeling the Christmas spirit. One is dealing with the loss of her mother. Clover's mother passed away, and it is her first Christmas without her. And then B is just struggling with her business that she runs with her sister, and she accidentally lost a huge client. She is just ready for a little escapism. And the two basically swap houses using a app called Vacate. And So Clover comes to San Francisco, the big city, and B takes a little bit of a nice, relaxing break in Salem, Ohio, which is just this cozy little town where everyone knows everyone. And they're, first off, culture shock because they're both in very different environments than what they are used to. And it is exactly what both of these women needed to kind of heal a little bit of sadness in them and also re-spark that holiday spirit they were losing out on.
Great summary. Well done. Yes, I liked this book. I thought it was cute. It's very much a slow burn. It's
Yes.
like 260 pages, I think.
200.
288. Okay.
I have
Wait,
the
why?
Goodreads open.
I feel like you have way more pages than I do, but that's okay. I did enjoy this book. I think, I don't know, I probably needed maybe like 100 more pages just to really like, I don't know, for more tension. I love a bit of tension. I think that it was so amazing. Like the first like 140, 150 pages. I loved the build up. But yeah, I could have done with more. I think I was just enjoying it so much that I was just like, I need more of this story.
It was a very quick read, and I would have appreciated having more too because I really enjoyed it.
So good. And I think my favorite part about it was the big city festive season. We get so many like small town holiday romances, which I
Hmm.
love. I do love a small town holiday romance, don't get me wrong, but I'm such a city girl. So I loved seeing like a big city at Christmas time. That's definitely for me. And I would love to read more big city holiday romances. Any more of that in my life?
I really agree with that because you're right. Like, whether it's books or movies, like everything is small town Christmas. So
Yes.
having that like bustling city was just really refreshing because it just felt new and exciting. And it really added a lot of oomph to the story because it showed you a whole bunch of new characters and everyone was just on the go and really vibrant and excited.
That's so true. I loved all of Clover's new friends. That friendship group made me so happy. And it was also a very good representation of like the people who enjoy a big city like holiday season. Like they were like, let's go out, let's do all of this. It's I mean like that, hot chocolate by the fireplace, like small town vibes. This is a little bit slower, it's more comfortable, but I loved how fast paced the friends were. And that made
Yes.
me so happy. My favorite character was Beth,
Hmm.
Bee's sister. She is amazing. I love her so much. I think like I would love her story as well, or even like as like a bit of a sequel. I would love to see how Clover and Beth kind of navigate everything, which I hope isn't a spoiler. Wait, can I say that?
Yeah, yeah, that's not as much of a spoiler. That's
Okay,
okay.
I'm sorry if I've spoiled that for anybody, but yeah, she was amazing. She was just like this high powered woman, and that's my favorite type of female character, just very focused and ambitious, has a good heart. They're the type of characters I like to read about. So I was very happy that one was included in a holiday romance.
And one thing I really loved about this book was there was so much self-acceptance as
Yes,
a major theme for all of the characters throughout their different life paths and career paths. There was just a huge theme of self-acceptance and loving yourself and allowing other people in and to love you as who you are without having to change for them or feeling like you need to hide. So it was very just heartwarming in the sense of just a good message underneath it all.
I agree. Yes, I do feel like all of the characters went through a lot of positive growth and healing. I absolutely agree. And it also made me really want to visit San Francisco.
Yeah, I would
Like
like to
I
go to
was like,
San Francisco.
wow. Have you never been? Oh my God.
Ben.
No, that's is that far for you?
Yes, it is the
Yeah,
complete opposite side of the country.
that's a bit of a way to travel.
Yeah, it's far, unfortunately, but I would totally do a trip to San Francisco.
Over Christmas because the author just made it sound so amazing that I'm like,
Hmm.
I want to spend Christmas in San Fran.
Yeah, so any additional thoughts on our first book?
Apart from the fact that I would have loved it to be a little bit longer, I did love that it had that holiday element in it. And I think you already mentioned this, but having it jump from the small town to the big city was so refreshing to have like every other chapter you're in a completely different location with different friends, different vibes, different energy. I loved that. It kept me turning the page. I think I finished this one in like 2 days because I was just like, this is so fun. I want to keep reading.
Yes, out of the three books that we're covering, this is the one that I read in the shortest amount of time. I mean, it is the shortest of the three books, but I also just sat and just like read it.
Yeah, I mean, like from a logistical standpoint, yeah, it makes sense because it's a shorter, but it was very much a page turner in that I just had a really good time.
So next is Holiday Ever After by Hannah Grace. This is a brand new release from Hannah Grace, just came out in September of this year. And this was my second Hannah Grace novel ever. I know she's a very popular author, but I've only read one of her previous novels, which was Icebreaker.
Yes, yes. Did you like Icebreaker?
You know, I thought it was cute. I don't really do sports romance. It's not really my
Okay.
genre, but we did cover it with the Something Smutty book club, and I thought it was a cute, fun read.
I liked it. Yeah, I really enjoyed that one.
Now, for this one, it so felt like a Hallmark Christmas movie to me. I think out of any of the three that we read, it very much felt like it followed the Hallmark pattern.
Yes,
Very much. We've got our big city girl, Clara Davenport, and she's got a problem with her family's toy company business and sort of ripping off the toy who is being sold by this small town company called Fraser Falls. So Clara is basically sent to ease tensions after some videos go viral, calling them out for plagiarism and theft. And here she meets this man, Jack Kelly, who works with this doll that they sell at the small town. And we've got a bit of a grumpy sunshine dynamic here between the two of them. And Clara is just like obsessively trying to fix every single person's problem in this whole town and, trying to deal with whether or not she's in love with Jack, which I mean, it's a holiday romance, so obviously she is.
right.
And then having to deal with her own family business and them being kind of awful to small businesses. So we kind of had a little bit of like an anti-corporation
Yeah,
message hidden behind the holiday love story.
yeah, definitely. It felt like uh Gilmore Girls Christmas. That
Yes,
that
I
is
could see
not,
that.
yeah. I mean, okay, I've only seen the first two seasons of Gilmore Girls, but I loved that aspect of this book. I felt it was so like so Gilmore Girl coded, even in the way that they had like town meetings,
Yes.
which was always my favorite part of the Gilmore Girl episodes because they were so funny. And as soon as that popped up in this book, I was like, I know exactly what they're doing here and I love it. Like I'm not saying it's like a copy or anything, but I think like the inspiration there it's amazing. I loved it.
Yeah, I thought this one was really cute. I could very easily see it being like a Hallmark Christmas movie someday. It follows the pattern very, very closely, so you kind of know what you're getting with it. And one thing I really liked about this novel is there are so many different characters, but you don't really get confused about who is who. Like Hannah Grace does a really great job of making each side character very clear in their personality and what they're doing there. And that was just something that I really appreciated from this one.
I agree. You're so right. Hannah Grace did an amazing job with the supporting characters in this book. And I do feel like that's something she does really well in her other books as well. Like in like Icebreaker, there's obviously like a whole team like of hockey players, but you know like exactly who they are because she writes their personalities so well and like why they're on the page. It's meaningful. The side characters were my favorite people in this book. They were so funny. I loved them. And like I would read a whole series about everyone in this town.
Yeah, I definitely think it's a really good setting for like interconnected standalones.
Yes. On that, do you think there's going to be another one for like next festive season?
Don't know like for sure if she's gonna continue that way, but I feel like there was an opening for her best
Yes.
friend and her brother as
Yes.
a potential pairing for a future novel. I could totally see that.
I would love that. Or, yes, I agree. I think that could definitely be another one. Jack's best friend. Is it
Hmm.
Tommy who owns the bar? I think he's crushing on someone. Who is he crushing on? The florist?
Yeah, I think that would be a
Yes.
fun one too. There's definitely potential there for like a whole
Yes.
franchise.
I think so. And I was like, ooh, picking up what she was putting down. This could definitely be once a year she releases another couple's story in this. I want to be in this town more. Like, please, like give us more of this town.
Yeah, Fraser Falls sounds so cozy and beautiful. I love how she describes the kind of like European feel of the town, and she puts PR into the book, but outside of the character being,
Yes.
very heavy into PR and public relations and marketing. I feel like that was in her book from her writing. I wonder if Hannah Grace has some kind of like a PR background because she made me really like want to be a tourist in Fraser Falls.
Yes, I would love that. Like if it was a real town, like it would be so much fun for the festive season.
Absolutely. So, do you have any additional thoughts on Holiday Ever After?
I loved Clara. I thought she was such a fun character. Jack is not my favorite main male character I've ever experienced in my life, but that's just my opinion. But I loved her. She was amazing. Loved the setting, all the supporting characters. And you're so right. It was definitely like a Hallmark movie on the page, which was fun. It was a very easy read.
Yes, definitely. For this one, I had done the audiobook and I did like the narrators for it. They really just kind of like gave them life, and it felt like I was not just listening to an audiobook, but like just listening to them tell these stories, which was really cool.
I think that would be such a fun way to read this book on
Hmm.
audio because then it would feel even more like a Hallmark movie because you're getting that audio feel as well.
So for our third book, and personally, I think this one is my favorite out of the three. I don't know if it's yours, but you'll have to tell me. And that
Yes.
is, yeah, I kind of thought it was going to be. It's just so cute. I'm so in
Wow.
love with it.
Yeah, thank you. You've saved the best for last.
Exactly.
You can probably like hear how much I'm smiling right now because I am just obsessed with this book.
So our third book is The Nightmare Before Kissmass by Sara Raasch. I hope I'm saying her name correctly. The hard
Yeah.
part about doing an actual like physical book over audiobook is that I don't get their pronunciations. So I hope I'm saying her name correctly.
I can't help you there. I'm sorry. Sure, let's say yes.
So, The Nightmare Before Christmas is red, white, and royal blue meets The Nightmare Before Christmas. It is sexy and quirky, and it's a rom-com where the golden-hearted Prince of Christmas, Nicholas Cole Claus, falls for the totally off-limits Prince of Halloween, whose name is Hex. I thought that was just so cute.
Mm.
And what this one really reminded me of is, did you ever watch The Santa Clauses on Disney Plus?
The Santa Clauses?
Yes,
Wait,
it's a
oh,
series
okay,
that is
no.
based off of the Santa Claus movies with Tim Allen.
That's what I thought you were talking about. Yeah, I've seen the Tim Allen movies, but I didn't know there was a series.
Yes, there's two seasons with his family of his kids like growing up, and he's got additional kids like they're teenagers now. So it's much later down the line. But this book kind of reminded me on like what if they took the Santa Clauses and made it a lot edgier and sexier, but it had very much had like the kind of vibes of like the holiday council that you see in like some of the movies with like the Easter Bunny. and Cupid and all of those other mythological characters and the different holidays that they have going on. And it kind of felt like that. Like it was a little reminiscent of that to me.
That was like one of the main things that I loved about this book so much is that it brought in all of the different holidays and they did it in like a real businessy kind of way. Like this is their family business. They need to keep it going. Like I've never read anything like this before and it was incredible. I loved it so much. And it was like a corporation. Like they made Christmas into a corporation. And I thought that was so original and so fun.
It was very much a comment on the commercialization of Christmas that we see today, where everything's kind of focused on like plastic toys and shopping and spending money. And like, obviously, Santa isn't receiving money, but it was very much ran as a capitalist business in that sense, that it felt very corporate.
Yes. Yes. And the Santa character, oh my goodness. I like in everything, Santa is this very positive, loving character. And in this book, wow, like he was just not a very nice person.
Yes, he's very much the head of the corporation. He's much more of a CEO than he
Yes.
is this, holly jolly big old man who just loves everybody.
And that was amazing. I mean, not amazing, like he's not very nice, but I loved having that different character for Santa, just put him in a whole different light. And I loved that all of the characters still kind of like embodied their holiday. I thought that was so much fun.
I just think it's kind of funny how two of the three books that we read for this episode were very like anti-big corporation.
I didn't even realize. That's so true. Oh,
Like,
wow.
capitalism is bad, guys.
Goodness.
Let's have some holly
Okay.
jolly fun time instead.
That was, I didn't realize that we were doing that, but okay. Yeah.
We
That's
did,
what
yep.
we did. We did it without even realizing in different ways, but
Yes.
it kept it still original stories so much so that I didn't realize until just now.
Yes, very much both novels. Like, if you stripped it down to the core, it's very much, the corporation is focused on like a profit-driven mindset, whereas the holidays are supposed to be a time of joy and love and family and just coming together and supporting your community and helping people. And I'd say, like, if you stripped them down to their core, like, that's what it is at the heart of both of those books.
That is so true. Yes.
And then, of course, just, some fun, sexy rom-com times to wrap it all up.
Yes, and I loved the tension in this book. I feel like the stakes were higher in this book. It was
Yes.
very much like, no, like they can't be together. Like, how are they ever going to work this out? Like, obviously, it's a romance. You know that it's going to hopefully have a happy ending. But this one felt like, oh my goodness, like the odds are not in their favor. Like, this is so intense. Like, that's what I like. I like high stakes, even in romance. And I thought it was so well done.
Absolutely. I could not agree with you more because I do love a little more high stakes. And The Nightmare Before Christmas definitely delivered those stakes.
Yes, it had, like, it's still fun and like it's a romance and it's cute and we love that. But it was such a page turner in the way that I have like to know what happens next. Like, I need to know how they overcome these crazy odds.
And I'd have to say, out of all of them, this one just had some incredible design. That reading about like these outfits they're wearing and, the look of the ballroom and everything, like, I want to see this.
Yes, the whole time in my head, it was such a perfect visual of what was going on. I'm really like, I have a great imagination, if I do say so myself. So, like, when I read, like, I find it really easy to picture what's going on. But this one, like, I did not have to work for it. On every single page, I know what they're wearing, I know what the scent in the air is, I know what they're seeing. And like, it was so beautiful in my head that I'm like, I'm desperate for a movie or a show. of this book.
Yes, something because I would love to see it. And it seems like such a fun world. I know the author has more in the series, so I'm really excited
Yes.
to read those as well. But it seems like such a fun world to really immerse yourself in.
100%. And I love Christmas. It is my favorite time of the year. I start celebrating like end of October, sorry, Halloween. And to just like have all of that in this book, like, and also quite modernized. Like I love that they like all of the palace and the sleighs and everything was just like, okay, this could actually be like a corporation in the 21st century, but it still had so much traditional Christmas elements in it.
You know, what's really funny is you talk about, how much you love Christmas and you start in October. That's me for Halloween
July.
start. Literally in July. I'm not exaggerating at all, is when I start my Halloween shopping and I'll just like
Wow.
slowly, put out like one or two things here or there every now and then to slowly decorate, and then nobody will notice that I'm
It's
decorating
so
for Halloween in
gradual.
July.
And then they get to October and they're like, wait, when did this happen? Was all of this stuff here a month ago? That's wild.
Yeah, so I
Um,
would read more from the Halloween side of this as well, because this one is very much obviously from the Christmas side of things, but I want to see more of the Halloween palace and explore a little more of what that is like too.
I agree. Yes, I would definitely read more. I was literally just about to say, like, this can be our friendship book then, because
It
I'm
is.
I'm a Christmas girly, you're a Halloween girly. Like, I think this is why we both loved it so much because it had like both of our favorite holidays in it.
Absolutely. Yes, it's
Oh,
it's our book. It's our
that's
book.
nice. I'll think of you every time I look at it.
I'll think of you too.
Love this for us.
So, do you have any other holiday romances that you have been checking out?
Ooh, I've got these three, which I loved, and then I have two more I would love to enjoy by Christmas time. One of them is called Checking You Twice, which is a holiday novella by a Sydney author called Georgia Moore. That one is short and sweet. It's only 70 pages. I'm going to take it to Queensland this weekend. I'm so excited. And then the other holiday romance I would love to read is Make the Season Bright by Ashley Herring Blake. So those two. But Crystal, give me some recommendations. I think I have space for one more.
Okay, well, how about a collection of novellas?
Yes,
There is the Home Sweet Holidays series featuring four novellas. These are all sweet romances. I did the audiobooks for them. They're all between 1 and 2 hours long, so very light reads. I believe the Kindle editions are roughly 50, 60 pages long. There are four of them. Snow Place Like Home by Laura Pavlov, Merry and Bright by Allie Rosen, All Wrapped Up in You by Rosie Dannon, and You Better Not Pout by Mia Sosa. And they were all super cute. I literally just had the audiobooks running back to back while I was working yesterday. So I just got through these all yesterday. And they were just like fun little delightful reads and kind of help you get a little closer to your reading goal because they're short and sweet. So those are ones that I can recommend. And I have two more for you. Well, no, correction. I have one more for you and then one that I want to read next.
amazing.
So
I've got my notes up open, so keep talking to me.
so after those four novellas, I have one more novella by Megan Quinn. It's called Resting Scrooge Face. This one did come out a few years ago, so it's not like a brand new release, but it's my first time reading it. It's an 80 pages novella, super cute. We've got, characters dealing with a breakup while in a little quaint hometown in Maine. So cute Christmas setting.
Perfect. I wrote that down. Thank you.
Yes. And then the next one I'm going to read, so I haven't started this one yet, is Good Spirits by B.K. Borison.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
brand new
Yes.
release.
Yes.
Uh-huh. He's the ghost of Christmas past,
Mm.
and she's, feeling a little Scroogey herself, and I'm just really excited for this one.
So true. Yes, I have seen that, and some of the girls on Bookstagram have been talking about it. and they've really enjoyed it. So let me know when you start it. I'll get a copy and then we can do a cute little buddy read.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm so down. I'm excited to start that one.
Okay,
It's
amazing.
another one where the cover was just so cute, so I had to get it.
So cute. Yes, she has another Christmas one, which
So
is
she
the
has
best
another
Christmas
one
song ever.
called Love Light Farms.
Yes, that's so
Um, oh, that one's
true.
a series. It has 4 books in the series.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. See, look at me learning so much from you. I'm gonna have to look into the other ones, but I think I'll start with Good Spirits because that one's new and I want to talk about it.
Yeah, we'll do a buddy read for sure. Oh, and it has a sequel coming out next year called Grim Tidings.
Ooh, does that sound like a Halloween Christmas blend?
I think so.
Hey, we can do it all again next year. We can have a friendship book 2.0.
Yes. Oh, yes. It says the Goodreads for it has it tagged as paranormal Christmas fantasy romance.
Say less.
Can
Lock
I
it in.
pre-order it yet?
Pre-order it. Book me an episode slot. It's happening.
So I have a question to ask you, my dear friend of another country. What is it like having Christmas in summer?
It's great. I love it. I've only experienced one Christmas in the Northern Hemisphere in Europe. It was very disorientating. I was wearing so many layers opening presents, and it was very confusing to me. I know that so like I would say like 90% of our holiday movies are very much like, set in the Northern Hemisphere. And everyone's cold and by the fireplace and they're in the snow ice skating, which I love that. Like I really do theoretically, but from like the way that I want to celebrate Christmas is sweating it out in the pool with cocktails and in a bikini, which is I think when you grow up with something, you're just very used to it and you don't really question it. But I feel like as soon as the weather starts to heat up down here, I'm like, yeah, let's go. Let's put up the Christmas tree.
I would love to experience a Christmas in a pool with warm
Yes.
weather.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like it's so good. Put your sunscreen on, get out there, and it's really a good time. I highly recommend a hot Christmas for everybody, as long as it's not too hot. I feel like, if it gets any hotter than like 40 degrees. Oh, what is that for you? I don't know. I'm so sorry. I don't know what the Celsius Fahrenheit is. What's
Let's see.
it's
Let
like,
me Google
yeah,
it.
maybe look that up.
Celsius becomes 104 Fahrenheit. Oh my goodness. No, thank you.
If it gets any hotter than 104, it's difficult to stay in a good mood.
Yeah, I can
And you
imagine.
get cranky. But if you're in a pool or at the beach, like it's fine. But I love a hot Christmas. It's so good. You should totally, like, you know where I am. I'm in Sydney. Come celebrate with me.
Yeah, let me just, go to
Spontaneous.
Australia.
And I have to ask as well, I would love to know what your Christmas is like, what your festive season is like when it's cold. Such a weird thing to think about.
Yeah, like last year for Christmas, we didn't even do much because my daughter was so sick with the flu, and
Oh,
that's Christmas.
the flu is Christmas? What?
She was so sick. She had a 3 fever in Fahrenheit. So for
Oh,
you, so like close to, 40 Celsius for
yeah.
you. That was
That's
her fever. It was awful. But yeah, we're usually pretty cold. Right now, we have about 8 inches of snow outside. We
wow.
had a freezing snowstorm come in, and then everything iced over the next day because the temperature dropped even more. So cold that I couldn't even put my little pony outside. I had to leave all the animals inside. It was just way too cold. So Christmas is wearing
Yeah.
50 layers and drinking hot cocoa and cranking the heat up.
Isn't that so funny? Like, if I think about putting a sweater on at Christmas, I want to cry. Like that sounds terrible. Like, but then probably for you too, like the thought of wearing like a swimsuit and shorts over Christmas probably is like, what on earth are you talking about?
Yeah, that sounds so nice.
It's amazing. I love it. I do love a hot Christmas. I think that it's And like you said, like when it gets really, really cold, like there's like so much happening. It's hard to like get out, I guess. I don't know. I don't live around snow, but when it's warm and the sun doesn't go down until 8:30 p.m., it's brilliant. Like a summer Christmas, it just goes forever.
Yeah, I'm ready for that, to be honest.
I don't know, 2026 sounds like you might be
Yeah,
having an
maybe
Australian
travel
Christmas.
plans.
Let's go. And I love that you're just like, we've got 8 inches of snow right now. And I'm like, wow, it's going to be like 100 degrees today, Fahrenheit in Sydney.
Oh,
So I think I'm going to close my blinds after this and stay cool. But I think that's, I love hearing about the weather in different places. It makes me happy.
so at the end of the day, we are both hiding indoors from our outside weather, just very different outside weather.
Yeah, I mean, for me, like it's just the middle of the day that gets a little bit rough. Like when it gets up to like 38 degrees, which is like 100 for you, that's when it gets a little bit warm, but like it's only for a few hours and then it's just stunning.
Wow.
Love this for us.
Absolutely. Well, Shay, I want to thank you so much for joining me for the season 2 finale and for reading these books with me and coming on to chat and just being my bookish friend.
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, that's the sweetest thing. Thank you so much for thinking of me for your season finale. I am so touched, and this friendship means so much to me. You're one of my favorite people that I've met this year. Such a blessing in my life, and I love that we have become closer because of this amazing podcast.
Well, thank you. And for all of our listeners, I want to thank you all so much for joining me this past year, past 2 years, really. I appreciate and am so grateful for each and every one of you and have all the love for every single one of you who tune in and listen to me yap and chat.
Bless. You have such an amazing community.
All right. And so from there, thank you. Season 2, signing off. And I'll go ahead and let you enjoy your hot weather.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And thank you to everyone who listened. I hope you have an amazing holiday season. Stay safe, and hopefully, you'll be hearing from me in the new year.
Yes, definitely when we come back for our fourth crossover for sure. And in the meantime, check out Shae on her Instagram. That is at shae.reads. She is the Instagrammer with the colorful rainbow books. So if you see a rainbow of beautiful books, you know you're in the right place.
Yes, yeah, lots of color, very bright.
Thank you everyone for listening. This has been Must Love Books. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Patreon under at Must Love Books Podcast. Thank you and happy reading.